Hi friends, welcome. This video is on request. Today's short story is The Scholarship Jacket by Marta Salinas. In this video, we will be covering all the probable questions paragraph wise, and also we will be discussing the textbook questions. You will also have some phrasal verbs coming up, synonyms, antonyms, and we will be covering few questions in the activity section of your textbook. So follow along, pay attention, and if you have any questions, you can always feel free to comment in the comment section below, or you can personally contact me. So pay attention as we discuss the short story, The Scholarship Jacket by Marta Salinas. Probable and textual questions. Paragraph 1. Let's have the reading of paragraph 1. The small Texas school that I went to had a tradition carried out every year during the 8th grade graduation. A beautiful gold and green jacket was awarded to the class valedictorian, the student who had maintained the highest grades for 8 years. The scholarship jacket had a big gold S on the left front side and your name written in gold letters on the pocket. Question number 1. What is an award? And the answer is, an award is a mark of recognition given in honor of one's excellence in a certain field. Question 2. What is this story, The Scholarship Jacket, all about? And the answer is, this is a story in which the narrator, Martha, speaks about the obstacles she had to encounter to make her dreams come true. Question number 3. Where is the story, The Scholarship Jacket, based on? And the answer is, the story is based in a small town in the American state of Texas. Question number 4. Who is I in the story, The Scholarship Jacket? And the answer is, I is the main character or the narrator of the story, that is, Martha. Question number 5. Who is the main character in the story, The Scholarship Jacket? And the answer is, the main character is a 14-year-old girl named Martha. She is a spirited young girl and a brilliant student. She has been a class topper all her life. Question number 6. What was the school she was attending like? Where was it? And the answer is, the school Martha was attending was a small school in Texas. Question number 7. What was the tradition followed in the small Texas school? And the answer is, the tradition followed in the small Texas school was that a beautiful gold and green jacket was awarded during the graduation function of the 8th graders to the student who had maintained the highest grades for 8 years. Question number 8. What do you think the letter S on the jacket represents? And the answer is, the letter S represents scholarship. Question number 9. What was the prize awarded during the graduation ceremony and to whom? And the answer is, a beautiful gold and green jacket was awarded to the class valedictorian, the student who had maintained the highest grades for 8 years. The scholarship jacket had a big gold S on the left front side and the student's name written in gold letters on the pocket. Activities 1 to 4. Activity 1, Question 1. Read the following sentence from the story. The pounding in my ears drowned out the rest of the words. Only a word here and there filtered through. Martha is Mexican. Resign. won't do it. What did the teacher mean by the statement, Martha is Mexican? And the answer is, this statement was made by Mr. Boone, Martha's maths teacher. He was in favor of giving the scholarship jacket to Joanne, the daughter of a board member who owned the only store in town. To justify his statement, he was bringing in the racial issue. By saying Martha is Mexican, he shows prejudice and indirectly asks, why give the scholarship jacket to a Mexican instead of giving it to an American? This statement clearly portrays the situation in many schools where there is still racial prejudice. It hurts students and leaves a lasting scar in their minds. So teachers must avoid such thinking. In schools, only merit should count, and not religion, sex, caste, race, or nationality. Students really value such teachers. Activity 2, Question 1. Joanne was recommended by Mr. Boone for the scholarship jacket. Eventually, it was Martha who won the jacket. Narrate the events that led to Martha's winning the scholarship jacket. And the answer is, Martha comes from a poor family. Her parents could not afford to keep her. Her grandparents raised her from the age of 6. She was a bright and hard-working student. She had been at the top of the class for all the 8 years. In her school at Texas, there was a custom to award a scholarship jacket on the graduation function to the student who maintained the topmost grades for all the 8 years. The jacket was free and it was the only hope for her. But that year there was some teachers who wanted Joanne, a board member's daughter, to get it. For that, they made a new rule that the student in line to get it has to pay $15, else it will be given to the next person who pays for it. The board member and some of his supporters among the staff knew that Martha was too poor to pay $15. The principal informs Martha about it. The teachers, like Mr. Smith's Martha's history teacher, did not agree to it and had already insisted that the jacket be given to Martha, as she was the one who really deserved it. She goes home and asks her grandfather to pay the $15. But he reasons that if money is to be paid, then it can't be called a scholarship jacket. Scholarship jackets are to be given on the basis of merit, so he refuses to pay the money. Martha goes and tells this to her principal and also accidentally tells about the jacket being given to Joanne then. The principal is in a fix and thinks for a moment and finally decides to award it to Martha. Activity 3, Question 1. Martha is the protagonist of the story. There are other characters who contribute to the main events in the story. Pick out the instances from the story that reveal the role played by them and write a paragraph about each. Over here, protagonist means the main character. We have other characters like grandfather, the principal, and 2 teachers. So we will be writing a short description about them. When we do this, we will be bringing out the main points and the main personalities that are related to the story. So keep that in mind as we continue. So the first character is the grandfather. Throughout the story, he is seen busy working in the field. He is a rich man with a 20-acre ranch, but he does not waste his hard-earned money uselessly. He does a lot of the work by himself. He is very practical and logical. He helps Martha realize that if money was to be paid for the scholarship jacket, then it will no more remain a scholarship jacket. His argument wins Martha the scholarship jacket in the end. So now we have the second character, that is the principal. The principal was a tall, gaunt man with grey hair. He calls Martha and tells her that from that year there will be a policy change and she has to pay $15 to get the scholarship jacket. From his behavior, we know that he is unhappy about the decision of the board as he knows Martha deserves the scholarship jacket. He is a good man because he finally decides to give the jacket to Martha. This may offend the father of Joanne and also teachers like Mr. Bone, but he uses his authority to do justice to Martha. Now we come to Mr. Bone. He is not a good teacher but is prejudiced and partial. He wants the scholarship jacket to go to Joanne because her father is a board member and he owns the only store in town. He also says Martha is a Mexican and so the jacket should go to Joanne. He is a racist in the sense that he does not give due consideration to merit but to race and nationality. Such teachers are not respected and are a shame to the profession. Now we will come to Mr. Skimmett. He is a good example for all the teachers. He did not give up into pressure but insisted that the jacket should be given to Martha since she deserved it. He was not ready to tell lies and falsify records to favor Joanne. He even threatens to resign his job if the jacket is not given to Martha. We see him happy in the end because he knows justice has been done. He must have been jubilant when Martha gave him an affectionate hug. Teachers like him are precious and loved and respected by all. Activity 4, Question 1. After receiving the scholarship jacket, Martha delivers a speech. Prepare the speech and present it before the class. And the answer is, Respected Principal, my dear teachers and friends, it is with a mixed feeling of joy and sorrow that I stand here before you. Joy because I have passed the 8th grade and achieved my dream, the scholarship jacket. And sorrow because I have to leave the school and my beloved teachers who have helped me to grow wiser and bolder, and my dear friends with whom I have spent 8 years of my childhood. I take this opportunity to thank our principal, all my teachers, and my classmates who have helped me achieve my dream jacket. I am confident that my family members will be proud of me as I have earned this prestigious jacket by my 8 years of hard work and dedication, just as my sister Rosie had done a few years back. I take this opportunity to specially thank my history teacher, Mr. Skimmett, who has helped me in many different ways. I will always remember him with gratitude. And about this jacket, it is very sad that the board has decided to charge $15 for the jacket from this year. But fortunately for me, our principal was kind enough to make an exemption, and that is why I have been awarded this jacket on merit basis, and I'm standing here to speak before you today. Before I conclude, I would like to make a humble request. I want to say to everyone concerned that a scholarship jacket will not remain a scholarship jacket if one has to pay for it, even if it be a single dollar. So, please reconsider the policy. I once again thank everyone for making my life in this school a memorable one. I wish all my classmates a successful future. Thank you. A good day to you all. Phrasal verb. And the phrasal verb in this paragraph is carrying out. We will be looking into the different forms of carry out. Sentence in the text passage. The small Texas school that I went to had a tradition carried out every year during the 8th grade graduation. So the phrasal verb used here in the sentence is carried out, as you can see it underlined. It means to do a particular piece of work research, experiment, or anything else. The word forms, present tense, I, you, we, they will all have carry out. So we say I carry out, you carry out, we carry out, and they carry out. And for he, she, and it, we use carries out. He carries out, she carries out, it carries out. The present participle form carrying out is used. Past tense, carried out. Past participle, also we use carried out. So now let's have a look at few examples in sentences. The first one is, the work was carried out by a local builder. The next one, why don't you carry out the test today itself? Here's another example. They are carrying out instructions by the head. Synonyms: tradition, custom, practice, habit. Graduation, promotion. Graduation function, school passing out function. Jacket, coat. Awarded, given, bestowed, presented, conferred. Valedictorian, the student who has the highest grades in a graduating class and who gives a speech at graduation. Maintained, kept, upheld, retained, preserved. Grades, marks, results, scores. Antonyms: small, large, went, came, beautiful, ugly, maintained, ruined, highest, lowest, big, small, left, right, front, back. Coming up next will be paragraph 2 and activities 5 and 6. In that also we will be discussing the probable questions, phrasal verbs, one-word substitutes, synonyms, antonyms, and many other things. So don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon so that you don't miss out on it. You can share it with your friends so that they too may benefit from it. Thanks for watching till the end. Have a great day.